June 28th. We are out here at the Mason Dixon Trail. First time we're trying this trail out in southern York County. It's supposed to be, looking at the maps, a lot of elevation gain, which is what we're trying to find. So should be about 4,000 feet elevation gain, just lots of ups and downs in these river hills down here. So we're going to be heading northbound, just kind of paralleling the Susquehanna River, and we're looking to do maybe around 17-18 miles, but a lot of elevation gain. So we're going to see how this goes. Everybody else is up ahead of me right now, so try to catch up to them and get this thing started. We just took our break down here at the Holtwood Dam. So now we're gonna hike straight back up this steep cliffside. So I got the camera mounted on my head here. So we're gonna do a little point of view on the climb up.
sucky area, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm ready to get out of this section.
All right, James? Is all right?
I guess we're going up to the top here now.
Are we? I don't think we have too much further to go.
No.
First rock here is kind of loose.
Oh. Yeah. What's she saying?
Did we go down this? I cannot wait.
Yeah, we have to go back. Oh, there's the river. Are we ever going to reach the top?
Thought we were at the top.
Yeah, yeah, I know. That's what it seemed like. Apparently not. We are up pretty high.
Yeah, there's a lot to go get to. You want to go ahead? Help me, you can.
All right, well, where the hell are they at? I'm not in a rush. I'll go ahead if you want me to.
Oh, God. Too bad stopping when you
Oh, I like brakes.
Me too.
Hell, it does keep going up.
Yeah.
Oh, we made it up to the top here of this climb. Brutal. Straight up almost. So we're up here pretty high now, overlooking the river. But yeah, man, the climb was hot, steep, and this humidity, man, it's hot. Drenched. Probably take a little breather up here in this clearing. Spot here, about halfway. We're going to turn around. We cut it a little short than what we had planned on the map, just because this hike is really hard. It's a lot of steep up and down. You're either going straight up or straight down. It's like a saw blade. So we definitely got our exercise in for the day. So we stopped about maybe a half mile, 3/4 mile from where we originally had planned. Saw this nice spot up here, this nice lookout, so we stopped here for lunch and take a break. Now we're going to turn around and do it all over again, just doing an out and back, so we're going to go right back the way we came. So Kelly, what do you think of the hike so far?
It's very hard, like what Mike said, up and down, really no flat areas. It's really humid, hot and humid, but it's a lot of good training, so that's a plus.
All right, we're gonna get ready to start heading back. Tight squeeze through here.
Yeah.
This is hard doing it while I'm trying to hold the camera in one hand. Made it. Whoops. Yeah, there's like some stuff up here. It's just a little log book in there, and you got some old Denny Moore beef stew. If anybody's hungry. And then this is like a bunch of little trinkets and stuff in there. I'm not sure what that was all about. But yeah. All right, we made it back.
Bring it back. That was the hardest one yet. Hot, humid, relentless, really no time to have any breaks, constant up and down with the elevation. Very hot, very hard.
Yeah, it was one of the hardest hikes we've ever been on in our life, really.
It's just constant
Up and down, steep up and down.
up and down, very.
And then the heat and humidity didn't help.
We fell twice, got stung by bees a couple times. Relentless is the one word that would sum up this hike.
Yeah.
Relentless.